I broke my back 7 years ago running heavy equipment, and I had to stop roping for 2 years.
I couldn't bend my knee enough to get my leg in the stirrup, so I had to get on the other opposite side to get on the horse.
Had a lot of trouble getting to the short round and completing the ropings, and then I heard about Rachel O'Grady and MSK Guide.
You know, that riding that much, 5-6 days a week, it just takes its toll on your joints, and pretty soon you kind of start to wear out. That's where I was at.
The worst pain was just walking or moving around or even sleeping at night when it was really bad.
I went to get out of the truck. I didn't have that much pain right then, but my leg wouldn't work.
I had a pain right here in my hip, and I went in and got an MRI, and it was a torn labrum. They had scheduled surgery for October, and I was going to be out about 6 weeks where I couldn't get on a horse.
It was just a friend of mine, Colt Brugman, had happened to been there, and we were talking on the phone, and I just got an MRI, and they said my labrum was destroyed, and the arthritis in there was a 4 out of 5.
I had an incident at a roping arena one day and injured my right shoulder. And another year went by and I injured my left shoulder. I had a shoulder surgery there. I went through the rehab and never felt like it really came back right.
Spent 33 years in a law enforcement career, so I've got all the typical injuries that go with ranching and then law enforcement, and then all the wear and tear that goes with that as well.
The list of injuries I could put in and it would take up a notebook. I mean, I've dislocated my shoulders, I've broke my leg, I've broke my ribs, I've had concussions.
Last summer, the pain really increased, and so I was getting to the point where the knee had sharp pain constantly, the insteps was increasing, the shoulder pain. I got to where I couldn't walk. It was pretty much, I was thinking I was headed for a wheelchair.
When I was about 32, I broke this right shoulder in 5 places at San Angelo, Texas, and I didn't know it, and I kept going, you know.
I couldn't even walk to feed my horse before the shot. It hurt so bad. Every time I took a step, it was just like a knife going in.
I was having pain at my job and I went to a doctor, and they told me at that time that I needed a partial knee replacement for my knee, and I didn't go for that, and so I just lived with it until this last year, and it got worse to the point that I didn't want to walk up to my shop. I walked, it hurt. Otherwise, I tried to ride my side to side as much as possible. Well, I've never been one that really liked to be cut on.
I had shoulder surgery and that put me out for months.
I ended up going to 3 different doctors, and they all told me that I needed to replace it. On the other hand, they all had the same idea that I was too young. You know, I was 39 years old, and they didn't want to put a new hip in me.
Worked 100% pain-free, so it was worth it. I haven't had surgery, I haven't had any pain, and then went back to roping, and I only stayed off a horse for a week because she told me to.
My surgeon, when I told him my shoulder was hurting again, he recommended a shoulder replacement. I went in and had her do the injection, and I didn't need a shoulder replacement.
The numerous doctors, and they all gave me the doom and gloom that not much they could do for me. Replace the shoulder, replace the knee. But as
far as replacing joints, I just don't like the thoughts of cutting my leg off and then trying to splice it back together.
Just put up with the pain and just assumed that was going to be it, and one of these days I'd have to have my knee replaced.
And come day 10, I picked up a rope and I roped the dummy. And I'm like, holy cow.
I never thought I could ever heal a steer again. And then my shoulders got to where I could lay on my side and sleep 8-10 hours, and I could go out and rope without being a pain. I got family members that need a knee replacement. I said, try this. You know, I've sent a couple guys that needed knee replacement and their back haven't replaced it yet.
Pain, probably 99% of it went away. It's made my summer way more enjoyable.
And I got several years out of it. Still, it never hurt. I needed the shoulder fixed. I did not want to be cut on. I talked to you about it several times. Thought it would work for me, so I tried it, and it has.
I may say I got 80 or 90% better. Yeah, absolutely, I'd recommend it.
working for sure. It's awesome. The insteps have gone from a number 10 pain to a 2 or a 3. I couldn't walk 10 feet. Now I can walk the length of an arena, and it's awesome. My only regret in this whole thing is I didn't have it done 5 or 10 years ago.
On my right shoulder, they went in and sonogrammed it, and they could see what the issue was. They did the injection in my right shoulder. It's been perfect ever since. They did my left shoulder, and here you have it. You know, I'm a firm believer. I mean, I've
I've had them inject both shoulders. My left knee started bothering me. I couldn't get it to go away, ice it, rest it, do different things. And so again, I called Rachel, and they looked inside, looked at my knee with the sonogram and said, we can help that too. And they did.
People ask me all the time, they'll see me roping and stuff, and they've seen me on their advertisements, and I just tell them plain truth. It works.
It was better as soon as you done it. It did get better, and it's got better ever since.
I'm glad I went and saw her, and I would suggest that, in fact, I've sent her another client, and I will send her some more. I might have done a little bit of it, but I probably couldn't finish the roping, and today I could finish them.